Now we are going to look at universal set and a subset. What do these two mean? Universal set is the set comprising all members in the given set or in the described set. All members. Now, we can have, for example, all members in this class of primary 6 mathematics. That is all members in the class. Or another example can be counting from 1 to 14. So 1, 2, 3 up to 14 is the whole universal set. Or you can have odd numbers from 1 to 10. Of course, you know 10 is not an odd number. So you have 1, you have 3, you have 5, 7, and 9. Those are the odd numbers in our set. Then you can have also the universal set of vowels. That is, mention them. You know vowels? A, E, O, U. That is our universal set. Let's look at another example in a diagrammatic form. If you draw your set in that, like that, then you can have members of X, set X. You also have members of set Y. Now, these sets can have different elements. You put, for example, we put 2 in X, 4, 6, 8, and in between here, we can put 10. You can put 12. And then, in Y, we can put 14, 16, 18. Even outside these sets, we can have 20 and 22. Now, if we have such a set, you can be asked to state the universal set. We say the universal set is that comprises all members in the described or in a given set. And therefore, you have to mention all these members as given within this very set. If I start with you, it means they have 2, 4, 6, and etc. Please complete it. Now, you can also be asked on the same diagram. You can be asked to give the number of members in this universal set. So, therefore, what you will do, you will just count the number of members. Just go to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you count all these members, they will give you 11 members. Therefore, the number of members in this universal set are 11. And that's how we look at universal set. We look at also a subset. A subset. Subset is a set of which all members or elements are contained in a larger group. That means you have a larger group, for example, this class, primary 6 mathematics. In that one, you can have boys and girls. So, boys are a subset of this larger class of primary 6. So, boys is a subset of primary 6. Boys is a smaller group out of a bigger group. So, that's why you call it a subset. You can give an example. For example, let's look at diagrammatically. Or maybe before diagrammatically, let's look at, we can refer to other subjects. Another example is like in social studies. In social studies, you can have different countries in Africa, and there are very many, you know them. But you can choose some countries, like Uganda, you have Mali, you have Kenya, you have Ghana. These countries are fewer than the countries in the whole of Africa. So these countries are a subset of all countries in Africa. And that is also called a subset. The other example are boys or girls in primary 6, a subset of the whole class. Now, a few countries in Africa comprising a subset of all the countries in Africa. Diagrammatically, we can have our diagram showing a subset. Now, when you draw such a diagram, a Venn diagram, like we saw, there are different drawings. You can have a smaller subset within a big one, as shown above. And you call this main subset, or the main set, let it be fruits, F, representing fruits, F. Now, in the inside subset, you can call the inside subset as maybe N. Now, the fruits in the bigger, you can have oranges, you can have melon, you can have pineapple. All those are fruits. Now, in the inside one, you can have lemon and apple, or apple. You call them apples. Some English people call it apple. Now, here, it means we said a subset is a smaller one out of the larger group. So I want to give you some questions. The question number 1, state or list the members included in the subset in this diagram. That's 1. 2, list the members of a universal set. Members of a universal set. Then 3, list or state the number of members in a universal set. Number of, remember that word, number of members in a universal set. Thank you very much.